Max Verstappen has said he could rethink his future in Formula 1 due to his row with the FIA over swearing over team radio. Verstappen was handed a punishment by the FIA of a day of sort of community service after swearing in Thursday's press conference. The Dutchman gave 1 or 2 word answers in the press conferences on Saturday and Sunday in protest, but did hint at a future F1 exit as he thinks a controversy like this is, quote, tiring. Thanks for watching another video on the GPFans Global channel. If you enjoy what we do, please consider subscribing to help out the channel, and please do us a solid as well by liking the video. Back to Max. Verstappen finished second at the Singapore Grand Prix, but this wasn't the story of his weekend. After FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem stated drivers need to swear less because, quote, they are not rappers, Verstappen let out an F-bomb on Thursday pre-Singapore Grand Prix. He was handed a punishment, effectively needing to do a day of community service, after which Verstappen protested by barely speaking at all at the subsequent press conferences on Saturday and Sunday, but holding impromptu media sessions right after outside the media center. On Sunday, when asked about if the row with the FIA over swearing could impact his future in Formula 1, Verstappen gave a potentially concerning answer for his fans. For sure, yeah, he responded at the press conference post-race. I mean, these kinds of things definitely decide my future as well. When you can't be yourself and you have to deal with these kinds of silly things, I think now I'm at a stage of my career that I don't want to be dealing with this all the time. It's really tiring. Of course, it's great to have success and win races, but once you have accomplished all that, winning championships and races, then you just want to have a good time as well. After getting his punishment, Verstappen's colleagues were all quick to take his side against the FIA. Both Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris showed support for the Dutchman, and Hamilton even went a step further in Saturday's press conference post-qualifying. The exact wording of the FIA is that Verstappen has to, quote, accomplish some work of public interest to make up for swearing in an official press conference. Hamilton was already critical of Ben Sulayem earlier in the week, saying that the president's rapper remarks had a racial element to them, and the 7-time champion again didn't hold back when speaking on Verstappen. I think it is a bit of a joke, to be honest, Hamilton said about the Dutchman's punishment. This is the pinnacle of the sport. Mistakes are made. I certainly wouldn't be doing it, the community service, and I hope Max doesn't do it. Lando Norris was also asked about it, and the Breton, who would go on to win the Singapore Grand Prix from pole position, too showed solidarity. Max deserved it. Foul language, so Norris quipped, before also showing support to his championship rival. I think it is pretty unfair. I don't agree with any of it. Moving on to Carlos Sainz Jr., who was not happy with rookie Franco Colapinto's antics at the start of the Singapore Grand Prix. Colapinto sent one down the inside at turn 1 of the race on Sunday evening, gaining 3 places in his Williams, but also nearly causing a big crash. Sainz started the race in 10th place after crashing out of Q3 in qualifying on Saturday and dropped down even further into midfield after having to take evasive action at turn 1. Alex Albon was heard on team radio right after it happened, saying, quote, Franco just dive-bombed. What's he doing? As he dropped down several places as well. Sainz would eventually finish 7th for Ferrari, while Colapinto just finished out of the points in 11th. It was damage limitation for us today, Sainz said post-race, especially after a very tricky start where we had to take avoiding action to a Williams that nearly took 2 or 3 out of the race, and we just had to avoid the damage. From then on, it felt like we were always going to be stuck in that midfield group with a lack of overtaking opportunities here around Singapore. We decided to box all the way in lap 12, undercut the whole midfield, leaving us exposed at the end of the race with very worn tires. That's it for another news video on the GPFans Global channel. What do you make of the Verstappen punishment and the way the drivers have responded to it? And should Verstappen actually serve his punishment or take a stance against the FIA? Let us know in the comments, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another video.